Today I'm going to be installing a set of Gen 2 Corolla Altis taillights onto the XRS. I have a set of Gen 1 Altis taillights on the blue Corolla, and these are the Gen 2. Now what's good about these versus the ones that I have on the blue one is that these ones are much easier to install because they use the same connector as the US models. The Gen 1 Altis taillights had a completely different type of connector, so I had to cut the connector off and do a full rewire to get them to work. They work now, they're pretty good, but this is going to save a whole lot of time. With those taillights, I had to do a lot of trial and error as to figure out which wires did what. This is just plug and play. So to give you an idea of what these are going to look like, this is for the right side, and then we've got the matching center one here. So this is pretty much the whole piece here. Now obviously I have the plastic on them still. I'm gonna take them off once they're on the car. Well, this should be a pretty smooth install. These even come with turn signal bulbs, which is pretty nice. They don't come with reverse bulbs, but whatever. But that's still pretty cool that they have the turn signal bulbs in there. I was expecting to have to use the old ones. With that said, this should be a real simple install. It's fully plug and play. The only problems that I think I might run into is with the center ones. The stock ones are always very stuck on there. The clips hug these lights on there super well. And I don't have a plastic trim tool. I think I left that in Wisconsin, so I don't have that, but I think we'll still be able to make it work. If worse comes to worse and I have to use a screwdriver and I scratch the paint, I've got touch-up paint, so we're all good. And it's okay if there's a little touch-up paint back there because the light's gonna cover it. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get these installed. So it's a little darker now, so I can show you guys the taillights just with them on. So obviously still normal bulbs for turn signal and reverse, but these are now LED. And there they are. Not bad. A little dimmer than I was expecting. I think the Gen 1s are a bit brighter, but I might be wrong. Either way, still look good. So, just like I was thinking, super simple install. This one is plug and play. All the bolt holes lined up, and smooth install. Exactly what I was looking for. I don't think this install could have gone any better, except maybe the clips could have been easier to pull out, but instead I just kind of sent it. Screwdriver, bam, just broke them. Didn't care. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't do that. Overall recap. Having done both of these taillights, which is better to install and which looks better? Now, I don't mind the looks of either of them. I like both of them. I don't know if I like the Gen 2s more than the Gen 1s. The Gen 1s have definitely grown on me since I've been running them on my car. Now here's what I want to talk about with these taillights, based on my personal experience. The Gen 1s, you need to drill a hole for the bottommost screw. You need to do a full rewire, so all the wires that go to that taillight need to be rewired. Yeah, no, the connector doesn't work. The Gen 1s that I bought also didn't come with a turn signal bulb, which I wasn't really expecting this one to either, but it did, which was nice. Also, with the Gen 1s, I did have to take a hammer to the very inside sort of cup, where on the inside of the I don't know what you call it, the housing, whatever, that's like, I don't know, behind the taillight, the metal that surrounds it. I did have to take a hammer and bend it in a little bit, which sucked. So the Gen 1s require a lot more work. Maybe they make Gen 1 Altis light kits that work with the USDM cars, and they just plug and play super nicely. But from my personal experience, the one that I got, the Gen 1s, didn't. As far as I'm aware, all of the Gen 1 Altis taillights, like the one on that car, they're all the same, so they all have that stupid connector that you have to cut and wire up to your old wiring harness. If you really like the Gen 1 Altis lights, then go for it, but it will be a bit more of a pain to install. The Gen 2s, which seem to be the community favorite, they're easier to install. They're quicker to install. They're plug and play, super easy to install. No drilling, no hammering, no rewiring, no nothing. Pop the old one out, put the new one in, just like you saw. I feel like I've said this a million times now, but from my personal experience, having now done both of these lights, I would recommend the Gen 2 Altis lights over the Gen 1s. And just to remind you guys what the Gen 1s look like, there you go. So the Gen 1s, they have a smaller turn signal section here, and this big, almost Hyundai Elantra looking brake light here. Gen 2s, on the other hand, much more rectangular. You got this rectangular LED brake light, rectangular turn signal housing, that just escaped my mind, and rectangular reverse light bulbs. Not bulbs, whatever. But I will note, though, that the inner, for the reverse lights, they are the same on both generations. They're the same. The only difference is the outside bulbs. So again, to restate what I was saying, Gen 2 over Gen 1. Gen 2 over Gen 1 all day long. If I had to recommend aftermarket taillights for these cars, for the 9th Gen Corollas, I would definitely recommend the one that I installed today. With that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to be very awkward now because there's people who are parking right in front of me and are probably staring at me talking to the camera. So I'm going to be real awkward about it now. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Also, I thought this is worth mentioning. My clock doesn't work anymore. Check that out. It just died. I think the solder's on it. Shush. I think the solders on it died, which sucks, because this clock, it was supposedly refurbished and everything, and it's dead now. I could tap it and it would come back, and now it's just dead. So that's just my luck. So that's now, what, like $30 or something I paid for this down the drain. I'm gonna see if I can talk to the seller and get my money back, because that's garbage. And probably send this back too. That sucks. Anyway, goodbye.